Hey Band Fam. What we're going to do this week is we're going to talk about cut time versus 4-4/2-4. And I just want to help the 7th and 8th graders have a better grasp on cut time. Okay, so what is the basis of cut time? It cuts everything in half. It's really simple if you think about it that way. But for a lot of reasons, people don't necessarily look at cut time that way. They see the regular rhythms that they know and they think about the pulse that they're feeling and they play it just like it's in 4/4. But that cut time marking up there has a right there makes it twice as fast. Okay, what you're hearing is the half note getting the pulse. So you should be thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That'll make sense in a second when we get to our actual work this week. So in the meantime, you guys can open up to page 13, and we're going to start with exercise 59. Okay. Now I'm going to explain this chart to you really quick. So in cut time, if you have a half time, it actually feels like a quarter note. This is like 5 feet behind me. It's really weird to try and point. I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. So this half note feels like a quarter note. These two quarter notes, 1, 2, they now sound like this. 1 and. Notice that everything's getting cut in half. The 1 and 2 and is now 1 e and dot. All right, that's a different way of explaining it compared to what I just did. So everything gets cut in half. If you're looking at a half note, it actually feels like a quarter note because of our tempo. Okay, so in 59, I want you all to play the first line with me. Line A. We are not playing line B. We are playing line A, and that's in 2/4 time. Okay, so it's everything is as you know it. 2/4 time. Eighth notes are eighth notes. This is going to be our tempo. Okay. So, check your key signature, flutes, oboe, bassoon, trombone, tuba, baritone, mallets. We're using A flat, okay? First valve, A flat. Third position, A flat. A flat on the oboe, A flat on the bassoon. Mallets, we're using that third, A flat. It's the one in the middle of the group of 3 for our flats and sharps. Just make sure you do not use A natural, okay? Clarinets and trumpets, we are using B flat. Of course, trumpets, B flat is first valve. Do not use B natural. Don't do that. Don't be that kid. B flat is what we want. In clarinets, it only uses the higher B flat right now, so we want A in the register key to use B flat, okay? We are not using all finger B natural. That does not exist, okay? A in the register key. Well, it does exist, just not today. Let's see, horn. We want to make sure that we're using E flat, second valve. You're always great with your key signature, so I know you'll be fine. So we're going to play letter A. Oh, yeah, altos. We're using F natural. I almost forgot you, alto and bari. F natural. Tenor, B flat, whichever one you want to use. All right, here we go. This is the top line of 59, oats, peas, and beans. Here we go. Top line. 1 and 2 and right 2. Should use a stand instead of laying it down on my wife's desk. We're going to do that again, okay? I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm tapping my toe enough so hopefully you can hear it, okay? And ret, ting, go. So that was our 2/4 line. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the second line, and that's the line that's in cut time. So I'm going to keep the tempo the same, all right? But this is the half note. So this is really 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. But it's just written different. It's written with quarter notes and half notes now instead of our eighth notes and quarter notes, all right? Here we go. This is line B of 59, and ready, go. right? Force yourself to look at line B on that. So taking what we just talked about in number 59, now we're going to go to everybody's favorite, number 60. It is called The Victors. It is the Michigan fight song. Hail to the Victors. It is what it is. Go Rockets, though. You know how I feel. So if half notes are like quarter notes, that means that our second, third, and fourth measure, our sixth, seventh, and eighth measure, they all are just with the beat, okay? What about whole notes? I don't have that on the board over this way, not that way, this way. So what are they going to sound like? If everything's cut in half, whole notes are going to sound like half notes. Hopefully you said half notes. So they're going to get 2 beats instead of 4, okay? 2 beats. So we're going to play the first 5 measures and see how you guys do, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. Again, let's speed it up a little bit. And 1, 2, 3, 4, ready. Alright, now let's go ahead and play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the first 9 measures. Okay, here we go. Takes you up to your breath mark. And 1, 2, 3, 4, ready. Alright, cool. Now we get to a dotted half note and a quarter note. What rhythm is that going to sound like? I want you to think about it in your mind. If everything is cut in half, let's look at that half note. What is half of a half note? I have it up here on the board. It's a quarter note. So if we're looking at that 10th measure, it's really like a dotted quarter note, and then what's half of a quarter note? There we go. 8th notes. So that last note is just like an 8th note. You're thinking 1 and 2 and 1. 1 and 2 and 1. It's actually the focus rhythm of 5th grade right now, is the dotted quarter note, 8th note rhythm. So in here, you're learning it again, you're just learning it in cut time. I chose this one because you guys can use your ears to figure out the way that it actually does sound. And you also see that 3 measures from the end. So let's go ahead and start in measure 10. It's after your breath mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, measure 10, okay? We're going to play measure 10 plus 1 note of 11. 1 and 2 and ready. Again, ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go back to measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Measure 6, it's after your second whole note, okay? And we're going to play all the way through the first ending. Here we go. You should be looking at half notes. Measure 6, 2, and ready. Up on 1 note, sorry. Okay, let's look at our second measure, or our second ending, the last 4 measures. You have half notes that are with the beat. 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 1. Boom. Alright, it's the end of the Michigan fight song. Ready, and go. Notice that I put that break in there in my last measure because I have a quarter rest. So let's go ahead and let's play through all of number 60. Here we go. Ready? Here's your tempo, but you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? number 60. So, Mr. Moran, what is our assignment for this week? So glad you all asked. Your assignment for this week is number 62. It's called Go for Excellence, the High School Cadets March. I don't know where that name came from, but it's a pretty easy one. Mallets, percussion, you're doing this on mallets, just like you have been. Going off of last week to make sure that we're thinking about the rhythm first. Look at the rhythm. If you think about it in cut time, you're thinking 1, 2, 2, 2. You can think about it and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Be smart about it. Don't just rush through and try and get it. Try and think about it in cut time. If I'm looking at 2 measures before the first ending, last week we talked about slurs. So this is incorporating last week into this week. We're learning cut time, but don't forget about slurs. If you look at 2 before the first ending, I'm going to play that. This is your hint right now. I'm just saying. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and retting. Let's do it again. 2 before the first ending, stopping at the first ending. Ready? Okay. Lean into that slur. Ta, tia, ta, 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 ta. Okay. My other bonus that I'm going to give you, because this is really just for the people that actually watch my full videos, because some people don't. The beginning of it, I'm going to play the first full measure plus a half note. Okay? Just to get you started. Okay, here's our tempo. You're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And 1, and 2, and 1. Again, and re, ti. There you go. It's my bonus. If you email me the word, let's see, Farfignugan, I will give you 5 extra credit points. That's how generous I feel. It also just shows me you're watching my videos. Don't tell anybody, okay? All right, I look forward to seeing you guys at my Zoom call this week because I'll help you guys even more with your assignment. So your playing assignment is number 62. All right, 62. Don't forget to repeat. Don't mess up your slurs. Watch your key signature. Watch your accidentals. Have fun. All right? See you, band fam.